Telkom's mobile service business has surged while its subsidiary BCX weighed on earnings. The mobile service provider released its interim financial results at its headquarters in Pretoria today. Telkom's headline earnings per share are down 3.3% following plans to offer voluntary severance and early retirement packages to qualifying employees, while BCX announced plans to retrench around 700 employees on weak financial results earlier this week. Our reporter Mbalenhle Mthethwa caught up with Telkom CEO Sipho Maseko on the results.
I think that the growth of our mobile business has been very strong. Just subscribers, we added about 50% more than we had last year. And my sense is that it's really driven by a couple of things. Firstly, it's driven by the fact that we largely are a data-focused network. And I think one of the indicators that you get out of that is that there is a transition in the market away from voice to data. And I think that one of the things we've been able to do is to evolve product propositions and pricing that the market actually is looking for. So we've made a big bet on data and the fact that data will lead growth, not just on the mobile side, but even on the fixed side. We've invested a lot in fiber, we've been modernizing our network, we're investing in LTE, so 4G and 4.5G. We are actually ready now even for 5G going forward. So I think those are the elements that have contributed in making sure that the network experience of our customers continues to improve. And with that, we obviously see quite a lot of usage, new customers coming in. And what it therefore means is that we need to continue to invest, and invest, though, in a very thoughtful way to support the growth. The services on top of the network as well are growing. Social media platforms, people are streaming, and people really are looking for a data service that will enable them to carry the sort of content that they want to see. So we're forecasting the growth to continue for a while as the market transitions from voice to data. And I'm pleased with the fact that we've kind of led the market in data and investing in enabling data-led propositions going forward.
Some of your subsidiaries, including OpenServe and Gyro, have been doing well, but the same can't be said about BCX. We understand that they have made an announcement to retrench earlier this week. Please tell us more about that.
Yeah, BCX has had a tough time. I mean, to be very open and transparent about it, BCX has had a tough time. Why has BCX had a tough time? BCX almost has direct exposure to all the sectors in the country. So when GDP goes down, BCX will naturally follow the trend of GDP. So we support quite a lot of sectors. We support public sector, we support the agricultural sector, retail, financial services, mining. So all of those sectors, in a sense, other than retail and financial services, have grown if you look at the last GDP quarters. And in fact, BCX performance tracks that. The only verticals where we've done well is in retail and financial services, but in the rest of the markets, it's been reflective of the economy. The most important thing is, how does management respond to a difficult environment? And I think they've begun to look at their costs, they've begun to review their portfolio, which businesses make sense for the future, which businesses don't make sense. And obviously, one of the most difficult things that you have to do, which you are never pleased about, is to look at whether are you correctly staffed, so that you can be able to continue to be a profitable business, number one. Number two, provide the right type of services to your customers. And BCX, unfortunately, has had to start the process of giving notice of the likelihood of retrenchments. But obviously, we'll look at different alternatives, and we will collaborate with the affected members to explore those alternatives. It is not our preferred option, but we also don't want to be sneaky and quiet about it. We want to put it on the table so that we can have the right conversation with the affected members, and that process is continuing.
The roaming deal you signed with Vodacom last week is being hailed as a game changer. Please tell us more about what this means for subscribers.
Sure. I mean, the agreement that we concluded with Vodacom last week is a win-win agreement. What it does for us as Telkom is that you can almost split the agreement into two parts. The first part is we will be able to invest infrastructure in Vodacom's masts and towers. So that gives us certainty in terms of how much it will cost us to be on those sites. We can predict the cost going forward, so that's on the one hand. And that gives us access to at least 2,500 sites. Secondly, Vodacom, as everybody knows, has a very vast network, so we'll then roam on the Vodacom network for 2G, 3G and 4G. And the reason why 4G is important is also because the market is transitioning away from voice to data. So it would not have helped us at all to roam just on voice when customers are looking for a lot more data coverage. Vodacom has at least 10,000 sites. We'll have access to those. We will get seamless roaming. It makes commercial sense for us. It makes commercial sense for them. And I think for me, that sort of collaboration goes to show that if with the right economics that are balanced, it is possible that both parties can be able to get what they seek out of a transaction.